Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today we're going to be going over and clarifying the information surrounding LEGO Ninjago Season 14. This is going to consist of the release information that we have for this season, also a few plot points as well, and kind of what the 45-minute special is going to consist of, and then what Season 14 will actually consist of, and we might even dive into Season 15 a little bit as well, just to discuss my theories and thoughts surrounding that. Now, I'm not going to 100% confirm you that this information is like 100% accurate because I am just getting it from the France TV article that was posted to go along with the season 14 trailer release. So of course, depending on where you live, things can wind up changing with when things are airing. But for the actual what the season is going to consist of and what the 45-minute special is, there shouldn't be too many misconceptions between different articles and things. So I feel like that information is pretty accurate. So without further ado, let's get into it here and begin discussing the info. So to get started here, I want to clarify some of the release dates here. So there's confusion kind of between when is the 45-minute special going to come out, when season 14 going to release, are they the same thing? I know that was a big thing at the beginning, was people thinking this special was going to be season 14, and I was even under a bit of the misconception as well, but it is basically confirmed that the 45-minute special is going to be its own thing that is going to be airing on February 27th on the France TV channel, and you can check that out in the article that I'll be linking down below if I don't do as good of a job of explaining it here verbally to you. But basically, that 45-minute special is going to be its own thing that is going to air ahead of season 14, and season 14 will officially start airing its episodes in summer of 2021. Now, we don't know the length of this season, but we can make theories as to how long it's going to wind up being, because it seems like they're following a trend now of having the 16 episode seasons with their new like smaller length, 4 episodes at the 11-minute mark. So we can assume that it might wind up taking a length like that, because if we look at what this 45-minute special is going to consist of, it seems to be all of the jungle based stuff, so that we've seen from those sets that are going to be releasing, and that would also explain why we're getting such a small wave for that, because it's very unusual that we're getting such a small wave for Ninjago, but now it makes sense because it's going to go along with a special like this. And then I do have some ideas of what I think season 14 is going to actually consist of. So what I'm thinking for season 14 is that it's actually going to be the Nia centered season. So I know that previously everyone thought that Lloyd was going to be the central ninja for season 14, and then Nia was going to take the spotlight in season 15, but it seems like it might be the case of Nia taking the spotlight right away for season 14, because if we look at the description of the special, I'm not going to read all of it because I have gone over it previously. I will show it all on screen, so if you want to pause the video and read it yourself, then you have that option. But the main thing that I want to talk about is how it mentions the ninjas having to face the wrath of the sea and this creature from the bottom of infinite oceans, and the opportunity for them to discover that its powers are linked to an ancient mythical creature, and that is what they will learn during season 14, and that is a part of the truth in the legend. I know the translation's a little bit off if you're reading it, but that's the gist of it. So it seems like that's going to lead us into season 14, and of course, if we analyze that info, it seems to be, of course, taking place in the ocean, the infinite ocean specifically, and it seems to be a creature that they're going to have to go after. So what my theory is that in this 45-minute special, it's when they're going to have to deal with like Chief Mammotus and the Keepers, so they're probably going to have to deal with everything going on in the island, and also rescuing, of course, Misako and then Wu as well, and Clutch Powers, all of them. So I think that's what the 45-minute special will consist of, and then when we move to season 14, it's probably going to focus on Nia. And we also, I'm fairly sure, received a tweet, I'm pretty sure it was from Tommy Andreasen, I should be able to show it on screen as long as I'm able to find it, but it was regarding information about how Nia is going to kind of be the central ninja for 2021, so that would make sense that she's already getting kicked off in season 14, which is going to be coming out in the summer of 2021, so right in the middle of the year is when we're going to get into that, and of course, she could wind up having a large role as well in the 45-minute special, even though that seems to be more targeted towards Lloyd, but we can kind of see now that it is true that Nia is kind of the central ninja for this year, so I think that's really exciting to see. Now, I can't speak too much about season 15 because now it's basically become a wild card as to what it's going to be. I'm going to assume that season 14 is going to close out the plotline of the Infinite Oceans and that creature that they're going to find down there. So I'm assuming that's kind of going to conclude itself, but then I think season 15 will probably be something completely separate. So it's kind of open to just being about any of the ninja. I know a lot of people want to see a Kai based season, so I think that could definitely be something really cool to wind up exploring. So there are quite a few possibilities for the future seasons. So I like that they're doing this. I think it's really smart that they're breaking it up like this, giving us the 45-minute special, which I think is going to do a good job of just kind of exploring this smaller adventure here and then kicking us off into season 14. And I like that they're doing this as well just for the actual sets, because we're getting some really great minifigures. And I'm not saying that previous waves of Ninjago haven't had good minifigures, but I just feel like the amount of detail they've been able to put in here is just because it's such a small wave, so they can be more conservative there. And you also have some of the best builds I've seen as well. So I like it for those two reasons also. So I think there's a lot of positives definitely coming from this, and I think it's going to make for a great year for 2021 of Ninjago. Alright, so that's basically everything that I have to say about the release information and just information in general regarding Ninjago for 2021. Be sure to let me know if I missed out anything that I should have commented on in this video, because I'll be sure to talk about it in a future video. I'm sure there's a ton to cover regarding Ninjago, a ton of theories that you can make and things that you can discuss, so there's always more videos to be made. But for now, I felt this was the information that I should get out now so that everyone's kind of aware of what's going to be happening. So keep in mind, February 27th seems to be the date when the Unknown Island, which is the 45-minute special, when that will be airing, and then season 14 should be airing in summer of 2021. And if we get any updates as to those release dates for like North America and anywhere else around the world, I'll be sure to try to update you as well, so that you'll know when it's premiering wherever you live. So I'll be sure to update you all on all of that information. But I hope you did enjoy this video, and if you did, be sure to leave a like. Also subscribe as well if you want to keep up with my content. I would really appreciate the support, so thank you so much. I'll see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.